Hello to everyone who speaks in echolocation, and welcome to my 100% playthrough of Hello Bendy, aka Hello Neighbor Beta 3 Bendy Mode. Ooh, I'm so ready to be done with the betas. I not only had to play through them multiple times, I had to play through the long as Beta 3 twice because of Bendy Mode, which I know I did that myself, nobody asked, but I'm so ready to be done with it. I had to record my audio for them, had to do commentary for them, and then the Beta 3 one kept messing up, so I wasted an hour and 30 minutes trying to record it until I got that hour where I did record myself. But I am ready to finally be done with this recording, and if this one messes up, I will scream and ejaculate out of anger, and maybe shit my pants. But yes, this is Hello Bendy. I believe this was quickly whipped good start. This was quickly whipped together on Halloween Eve or something. Phone won't shut up. On Halloween, and it was a collaboration between TinyBuild and TheMeatly. And this is back when Bendy only had 2 chapters, Bendy and Ink Machine. And for Bendy and Ink Machine, they just simply replaced Sammy Lawrence with the neighbor. Maybe there's a couple other Easter eggs here, but Beta 3 was a little interesting in that they put this really bright filter over everything, which means you have to play the game in a much darker brightness, otherwise your eyes will hurt. Maybe it's not that bad in recording, but at least on my laptop I always have to turn the brightness down. But there's a few other things changed, but this is definitely most notable. You'll see them soon. The only one I'm not sure if I could found or not was apparently there's a painting that's been replaced with something of Bendy, but I couldn't find that anywhere. I'm pretty sure I found everything else. But yes, this is just a reskin of Beta 3 that I for some reason decided to beat the whole game for. I guess I'm really sticking to the every Hello Neighbor beat thing. Thank God I didn't do the golden apple for the betas, otherwise that would be like 4 golden apples, which would total to I think about 100 billion hours, if my math is correct. Oh, there it is, the water tower of Bendy. It's the older design of Chapter 2 redesign before it got redesigned again for I think Chapter 4 and 5. But I don't know how much interesting commentary I can give because I've already commentated over myself beating Beta 3, and this is I'm doing the exact same thing I did in that, just beating the game without the glitches. I've beaten the game without the glitches more than probably anyone that I know of. YouTubers always do that glitch, and I've definitely beaten it glitchless more than glitched. But in a way, this is a slightly harder version of Beta 3 because there's not really any colors. There's only like this tint of yellow and black everywhere. So if you're unfamiliar with what keys are what, it'll make it a bit harder to figure out what to do. It'll be a little bit harder to see, except maybe at nighttime. I think it might be a little easier to see at nighttime just because the lighting's a lot more strong. But otherwise, it's a slightly harder version because it'll burn your eyes while you play it. And interesting enough, in this cutscene here, the neighbor does not have his mask on, his Sammy Lawrence mask, which is a cutout of Bendy, which is interesting. I guess they just forgot to put it here. They have it on the neighbor NPC, but not the neighbor animations. But while I'm getting the strategy started, I guess it's a good time to... Oh, that night actually looked pretty with the this filter. But I guess I can give my opinion on Bendy and Ink Machine because I've never played it on my channel before. I plan to eventually, but I'm kind of stuck up with Hello Neighbor, and I'm planning on starting to play the Five Nights at Freddy's games because I have quite a special connection with those, even though they're the most popular mascot horror. You know, they're pretty mainstream now, but I was into that shit in 2014. All right, I don't want to hear anybody calling me a poser or trying to get into something that's not mine. But also, I could do that anyway because there's something wrong with new fans. But yeah, Bendy and the Ink Machine. I think it's a pretty solid game, but very flawed. I think it's a bit of a miracle it turned out as good as it was, since apparently they made up the story as they went. But generally, I think it's a good game. Not too scary, but a very interesting story. Pretty interesting lore. I think I have the controversial opinions on the chapter rankings, though, because I actually think Chapter 3 is the best, which, to my knowledge, is the most hated chapter. Also, I just want to show off. I have not died yet, so it's the first night mode. Doesn't work. For whatever reason, this night mode doesn't work. Every other night mode will work, but this first one does not work. But, yeah, Chapter 3 is my favorite. Maybe that's just because I have a huge bias towards Alice Angel. I mean, my second favorite chapter is Chapter 4. But my least favorite chapter is Chapter 5. Because while I think the ending's pretty good, I think overall it's a bit of an anticlimactic part of for the series until the ending. I really don't care for the final fight with, like, Bendy or his, like, shitty super demon form or whatever. It was kind of disappointing that we barely spent any time with Allison or Tom. So, I did quite like that part where you were going through the ink river and there's like a monster with like a bendy hand chasing after you. That's pretty good and nerve-wracking. This is sped up again because the game bugged and I wasn't able to get past. But this is nothing compared to the Fear School minigame. But I think my rankings for the Bendy games, well, not games, but chapters, Bendy Ink Machine chapters. This is going off someone who hasn't played it in a while, but just from memory, sad. I'd have to go from best to worst, Chapter 3, Chapter 4, Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and Chapter 5. Now, I want to mention I like all of them, but I think Chapter 5 and Chapter 2 are pretty weak. But I think Chapter 1 is pretty solid, but it's only in the middle because of how short it is, but I think it does a really good job setting up everything, even if it worked a bit better when they redid everything, like add more gameplay to it. They redid the animations, they redesigned Bendy so it didn't look like a piece of bird poop. It was a mixed bag when it first came out, but I think they redefined Chapter 1 to be pretty solid. They did with Chapter 2 a little bit, but I also just find it the least interesting of all the chapters, but I also find it to be more well put together than Chapter 5. That might change if I were to replay them. Maybe I think Chapter 2 would be worse than Chapter 5. And I just want to mention this. I really like Sammy Lawrence. I think it was the best part of that chapter, but yeah. I do have a really big bias to Alice Angel / Susie Campbell. I may or may not have drawn certain art of her. We won't get into that, but yeah, I really like her story, and also she's kind of hot, so you know. But yeah, I'm starting to notice with this like buggy thing, it seems there's a higher chance of registry if they're just kind of tightly put together and bugging out a little next to each other. I think the registry is a bit better in the full release, but it can still bug out. But thankfully I didn't have too much trouble with that minigame, which with what hell I'm about to go through in the future, that is a good thing, because otherwise my sanity one is broken. Also, if you see jump cuts, that's just me checking the recording. I didn't intentionally do it, but they're pretty smooth cuts, so you probably won't even notice them unless you're paying close attention to the audio. Because I don't move until I don't move when I'm checking everything. I don't know, it's hard to explain. But I accidentally made them smooth. But I forgot to do this stuff in here, so I went back up there. But yeah, just the same stuff again. But yeah, one of the things I really like about Bendy and Ink Machine is a problem with mascot horror, I guess, is a lot of the time they try to like make the main character matter in a way that feels artificial. big example is Five Nights at Freddy's rewriting itself so that like it's a story of you're playing as Michael Afton this whole time, but let's be honest, none of us cared. That like there's no investment in that. It just rewrites the game saying, "Oh, you're actually playing as this guy all along, even though you thought you were playing as just different people that weren't too important." It feels artificial, but what I like about Bendy and Ink Machine is it actually gives Henry a character, an interesting one at that. Simple, but interesting, which is exactly what you want for a main character. Not too complex, but interesting. A main character of a video game, not like a movie, but it could work, like John Wick. But yeah, that's something I think Bendy does well, but Bendy and Ink Machine is, of course, a flawed game. It's not a masterpiece by any means. But I gotta say, Bendy and the Dark Revival I thought was genuinely amazing. I thought that was just an incredible horror game. Like, it's way, way better than the original, and, like, honestly, I feel like it made people take Bendy a lot more seriously. Like, it's not just seen as mascot horror anymore, it's seen as, like, a legitimate horror series. I think Bendy and the Dark Revival did wonders to the series for all the right reasons. I thought it was amazing. I was really invested in the whole story. I loved playing through the hard mode. I loved getting all the achievements. There's so many Easter eggs and parts of the story that I love so much. I don't even have that many problems with it. I know a lot of people didn't like how Bendy was in that game, but it just always made me terrified. And I loved the voice acting and the characterization of all the characters. It was great. The only thing I didn't really care for was, spoilers, cover your ears for a few seconds, was when you play as Bendy himself. I thought that was a really weird, like, it's not the worst thing ever. It's better than Chapter 5's ending. Well, not ending, but, like, the boss fight with Bendy in the end of Chapter 5, but I do find it to be really out of tone with the rest of the series. But other than that, just a phenomenal game, and I'm excited for Bendy and Ink Factory. I've only played about 15 minutes of Bendy Lone Wolf, so I don't have much an opinion on it. I'm still trying to figure out how it works. So, like, I don't have an opinion on that one right now. Other than that, there's a Bendy in the Cage is coming out, which is about Henry from the first game, which could be interesting, you know? And, of course, Ink Factor will be the final in the trilogy. They'll probably make some more spin-offs, and maybe even a fourth one, but... Oh, that's unfortunate, isn't it? But... Not the spin-off or whatever, but what happened in the gameplay. But, yeah, I was watching back my recording. I realized I say and a lot. I could pick it up even when I'm watching at times 3 speed. Sorry, I can't stop myself. Oh, yeah, look, there's a little Bendy in the fridge. Isn't that cute? And also, there's a little Sammy Lawrence mask, which is, of course, a little cutout of Bendy. Isn't that adorable? Yeah, cute. We haven't really seen the neighbor yet, but... of course, he's wearing a Sammy Lawrence mask, and he is using his chase music is actually the Bendy Bendy in a chapter Bendy and Ink Machine Chapter 2 chase music when Bendy shows up, and it's much more terrifying than the actual Hello Neighbor chase music. But also it's like significantly loud. It is blasting. My ears are burning when it's happening, so prepare yourself. It's a loud chase music. Oh, I saw the painting. Did you see it? Yeah, right there. It's just another Sammy Lawrence mask. Okay. Alright, I saw that. But, yeah, I didn't notice it there. But, okay, it's nothing special. I thought it would be, like, cool artwork or something. But, okay, I guess I found everything, then, in this recording. But, yeah, honestly, this is a scarier version of Beta 3 just because of that chase music. Because it'll catch you off guard every single time. But it also makes it a lot more annoying when neighbor's stuck, so he can't unsee you, but he can't catch you, so he's just playing the chase music forever. Because it will be blasting in your ears. But, yeah. I'm trying to think of if there's anything else to say about the Bendy series right now, because I've just played Ink Machine and Dark Revival, so I can't give opinions on Lone Wolf other than it seems interesting from the 15 minutes I played, but also I was frustrated and just didn't want to figure out how to play it right now, and then I just hadn't played it in like a few months after those 15 minutes, so... Whoop, there's our first look at the neighbor. And I decide, alright, I'm going to be doing a different puzzle if he's just going to hang out over there. I think I'm going to do the globe one, if I remember correctly. Because now would be a good time, because that's the one that's the most annoying with the neighbor if you don't have the fight back ability. Yeah, I think I'm going to get that globe. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm probably talking about something. What am I doing? I must have been talking about something really interesting. Maybe I was talking about the chapter rankings. I don't know. But doing the frozen globe puzzle again. I got the globe a lot faster than I did last time. I actually remembered to pick it up. I was seeing if I could get a better look at that Bendy painting, but I did not. The only problem now is the neighbor's definitely going down the ladder, so it'll be quite unfortunate. But he's in the right spot, so I can super stun him. Of course, I have to wait for him to get out of the way. I probably could have super stunned him before he got to me, but I did not. Or I guess I just take advantage of that animation he has there, where he's, like, too slow to notice you because of the animation. Yeah, the music is so loud, you can't even, like, hear the neighbor grunting to catch you. It's ridiculous. You can tell it's Bendy because of that, those violin shriekings. I make a mistake here, I fall and don't have my umbrella, so oops. I think at this point I realize I should wait for it to turn night so that I can actually get that puzzle done and get that piece of cake. I'm talking about something really interesting right now, apparently. I'm probably talking about, like, how beautiful of a masterpiece Skibidi Toilet is, and how Michael Bay's in the Epstein files, and you should look into that. Well, he's not in them, but I'm just saying, one of the victims, when talking about their abuser, showed a picture of him. What could that mean? I don't know. All I know is you should believe the victims and not the perpetrators. Anyway, nighttime. So I can actually do that puzzle. Wait for it. Boom. Eardrums bleeding. Gone. You won't be able to use them anymore. You can't even hear me saying this right now, can you? I don't even think he was able to see me go up there, so yeah, he lost me totally. Now, I should mention that the unpleasant record player that shrinks plants... Oh god, I can't see anything. I cannot see anything. Good god. I think I decided to just do this at day because I can't see. I don't know what I'm doing. Where am I going? Okay, I'm going to the room I thought I was. Radio. Alright, now we can actually get that part of the puzzle done. And I really didn't want to deal with playing in night mode, so I just... And since I already did the Fear Supermarket minigame, I just kill myself. Call that a reference to Bendy Ink Machine Chapter 1 when Henry falls down the floor before he gets to the exit. That's, yeah. I need it to be day. And it's actually hard to tell when it's day, but if you just look up at the sky, and if the sun's up there where I'm looking, then it is the right time to use the day door, but it's not there, so I get caught by Sammy Lawrence over there. And it is now Stinky Poopy Night. Which, as you all know, is a night where you stink and poo everywhere. And rub your poo on the walls. And take off your diaper and poop. Is it daytime? That's my question. And it is. You can see the sun up there. And I'm gonna take a drink of water. I mean, delicious ink. Yeah, this is an overpowered strategy. You just lure him out, and then you just stun him, and he just won't be able to catch you if you go up the ladder. Yep. You can't hear him go up the ladder, but then again, I don't think he saw me. go up the ladder, so he wasn't climbing up there. Can I do it? Didn't get stuck. It's a miracle. Time to finish up that night-day puzzle. Get to listen to some pleasant music. I'm surprised I didn't make that Bendy music, but it's hard to think of pleasant music in Bendy. That isn't like creepy Sammy Lawrence old tracks, but that could have been cool. But I think they made this in like a day, so I get it. Anyway, I skipped the guitar thing. Again, you don't need it, so I just placed 3 odd objects here to see if the keycard gate is open. And it is, so. Again, trying to avoid that animation of going through the window. That feeling when you want to burp, but you don't really have enough energy to, not energy, but enough gas to burp. That happens to me. There's that Bendy Tower. I just kind of skipped past it. I didn't take a good look at it. But you saw it in the opening cutscene. I think I'd take a look at it later. I do think it does look better in gameplay footage. I feel like actually playing it's a lot brighter. Because my eyes haven't been hurting watching this. It just looks kind of normal. That's extremely unfortunate. That is so unfortunate. I was hoping I could do this a lot faster than I did my Beta 3 gameplay. But, whoops. But unfortunately it lasted way longer, like 15 minutes longer. This is shorter, but that's because I've sped up a lot of footage because I kept like fucking up and everything. So just heading a different way to the train. Yeah, I was really frustrated playing this. You couldn't really hear it on my voice. There's the Bendy Tower. I'd take a better look at it. But I was you couldn't hear my voice, but I was getting really frustrated because I like I do right now, I just want to be done with the betas because I spent way too long playing through them, and I have to do my commentary over them. And for Beta 3, I had to keep doing it because the audio kept corrupting. It's not even that I forgot to record it like I did with these, it's just, I genuinely, the files were just corrupting because my USB is kind of stinky poo. But yeah, that is much nicer to the ears. Very quiet and muffled. But yeah, I was dealing with, I was getting really bad luck on this run, and I was making a lot of mistakes, and I just wanted to be done with the betas. But after this, I will be done with them once I upload this, and I won't have to play them for a long time. I'll get to play more interesting stuff like Five Nights at Freddy's or Hello Neighbor 2 alphas. I don't really know if I'm gonna play Secret Neighbor anytime soon. Doesn't really fit the kind of vibe I go for this channel where I 100% games, because all you do is just, it's like 100% Fortnite to me, or Dead by Daylight. Doesn't really make much sense for a video like this. Like, I would say I'm sure it's fun, but it's Hello Neighbor, so it might not be fun. Again, not doing that golden apple shit. Heading down to get that delicious cake. He threw glue all the way up there. Alright, this guy doesn't care about height. He only cares about distance. Only he will get from point A to point B. There is no up or down. There is only the front of him. That is it. I forget the crowbar there, but you know, whatever. I didn't even have room to pick up a magnet. You see how annoying this is? I'm not in any danger, so I'm just getting this loud blasting music in my ears. Is he heading up there? I think so. So I think I know he's going up the ladder, so I don't. That's why he can't unsee me, because he can't. I think coding-wise, he can't stop seeing me until he finishes going up that ladder. Isn't that unfortunate? I just keep missing these jumps. I think it's quite sad. so loud. I decided to do the easier path I forgot about, which I did in my beta 3 gameplay as well. Just forget about this. Much easier way to get to the railroads. It's just this stack of boxes I made. But of course I messed that up too. And I'm sorry, lucky there. Did not follow. The box did not follow her somehow. Like, this music's getting really annoying because it's just playing the whole time. Like, when it plays for more than 10 seconds, it just gets annoying. It's scary for the first 10 seconds, but it doesn't last long in beta 2. I mean, chapter 2 of Bendy either. Oh, also, I didn't rank the chapters of Dark Revival because unlike the first game where the chapters are different a lot, you can backtrack throughout all the chapters and stuff. And, like, I think, unlike, like, Bendy and Ink Machine, all the chapters were made one after another, but Dark Revival, they were all made together as one cohesive game. So I don't see the worth in ranking the chapters. I think the whole game's just really good. There's that seed for that cursed golden apple. Excuse me. Oh man, isn't this riveting? I can't imagine why they moved this mannequin. It was so fun to get. Thankfully don't fall. Pretty close there, but again, I don't go through the out of bounds map because who cares? Okay, who honestly cares? Who cares? It's just gonna be the same with a yellow tint. Orange tint? Nah, it's yellow. Gold tint? I think I'm gonna go get. I think I go to get that gun, yeah, because I realized, oh yeah, that's where all the puzzles are left. But I still forget the crowbar. I don't even have an excuse this time. And I'm not getting the gun for some reason, but there we go. I don't know if it just takes a minute or it didn't register. I think here I made a shitty, like, Son of Sam joke. But it does remind me, the story of Son of Sam... Well, let me take a drink first. The story of Son of Sam, the real-life serial killer, David Berkowitz, it's so, I think, tragic that, like, it's been taken over by this satanic cult conspiracy theory that's just pure bullshit. I think it's complete bullshit. Because David Berkowitz is one of the first big... I think, incel serial killers, and nobody's recognizing that for some reason. Because he went out of his way to kill women because he had very misogynic reasons to hate them. And people would rather deal with fictional cults they made up than confront the idea that our misogyny in our society leads to innocent women being murdered by crazy, insane, evil people like him. But, yeah. I watch a lot of true crime, in case you didn't know. I don't know if I ever mentioned that on this channel before. Netflix actually has 2 documentaries on Mr. David Berkowitz. One of them's pretty decent. It's part of the Conversations with the Killer one. That one actually will focus on, like, him and his crimes. The other one's Sons of Sam, A Descent into Darkness. And it's, like, total utter shit. It's just conspiracy theory nonsense. It could have been interesting about the journalist it's about, how he made himself go insane looking into this, like, theory and everything, but for some reason they want you to believe his theory even though it's just complete nonsense. But, you know, it's whatever. I thought the documentary was complete, like, garbage. And I was really annoyed how, like, they tried to paint him as, like, this saint, but eh. I watched it. I was not impressed with the evidence. In fact, I was really annoyed. But what am I doing talking about Son of Sam? We're playing Hello Neighbor. The neighbor would never walk up to innocent couples and, like, shoot them dead. He'd never do that. He just kidnaps children. Nothing wrong with that. Ugh. Water tastes good when your throat's tired. Really good. Anyway, I'm worried again the green key despawns, but thankfully it did not. It occasionally will. It's only happened to me once, I think, but it's very sad. It's tragic. Now to do the gun puzzle again, which I'm sure most Hello Neighbor... Actually, no, I know most Hello Neighbor fans have not done. And I guarantee most Hello Neighbor fans don't even know you can do it this way, because the puzzle's so bad that most people think you beat it with a glitch, but that's not the way you're supposed to do it. Gee, it sure has been a while since we've seen the neighbor. Isn't that weird? Wink, wink. I messed this up a little, but I mean, it doesn't matter too much. How does that not hit them? I don't understand that one. It must have hit twice somehow. Oh, I did it. Hit that switch. And get ready to throw. Honestly, it's more convenient if the neighbor shows up, so you won't have to throw the key. I mean, throw an item. He can just catch you through the gate, so you can just go up and pick it up without having to reclose it. How did that miss? I do not understand how that one missed. I got it first try. Yeah, I got it first try on the Beta 3 gameplay. It's quite impressive. Quite a smoke weed everyday thing. I was way too low for that one. There we go. Now I can reset. And I can go get it. Now I have a bit of a heart attack here because I couldn't see it because of the filter. So I thought it despawned, which has happened. But thankfully it was right there. It just blended in because of this dumbass filter. I think I remembered to get the crowbar, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I'm going back to get the crowbar. Again, it's been a little bit since we've seen Sammy Lawrence. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Anyway, let's go get that crowbar. This is the tragedy of my audio not recording there. I wish so bad you couldn't have heard it, because that scared the absolute shit out of me. I was scared shitless. That made me jump so bad. That is the most Hello Neighbor scared me in so long. Also, yes, this music, it bugs out a lot. So you got to hear that, but him being stuck there's so rare, but I had no idea it was there. I don't even think it was making the dark ambience when you get close to him. That got me so bad, but I don't know what I'm saying. It's sad that it wasn't recorded, but yeah, you can just imagine. I got really scared. Of course, I wasn't like shaking my boots, pissed my pants. I just jumped a lot. It was a good jump scare. Now I can, I don't know why I don't do the other minigame up there, like the Fear Darkness one. I don't know why I'm so insistent it has to be Fear. Oh yeah, I'm getting the crowbar, and he's still there. He's still there. I was hoping I could do a trick shot here. I keep missing because his mask is throwing off where the hitbox is. And I hit him, but I can't find the magnet. And I mean, I just have to accept my fate. Thankfully, it's not nighttime. Get ready to hit him. Because again, the super throw is crazy overpowered. So I'm heading back that way to get that crowbar. And yet he's not there anymore. And weirdly enough, the crowbar's cooled off. I didn't know it could cool off naturally. I really didn't. So that's news to me. Maybe that's a bug, but I don't know if that happens at a full release, but it happens in this, apparently. Yeah, I scared myself there. by accidentally turning that switch on. Ooh, watch this, watch this. Oh. Who's a goat, alright? Who is the goat at Hello Neighbor? Who's the goat? Because it's not me. It's the speedrunners. But I'm second place if you don't count any of those goats. Don't ask who first place is. Don't. Okay, it's secretly me too. Anyway, here's really sped up footage because I'm not kidding. I spent, I think, over 25 minutes. Maybe more like 20 minutes. I think that's more accurate. No, I think it's still 25 minutes because even the winning run took forever. But at least 20 minutes of failure before I could beat it. And I was trying everything. I was just getting a worse luck. The mannequin, Mr. Whiteface, who you can barely see now because of his filter, because there's no indication of red or white lights. And all the lights look the same, so you can't see him coming for you. I kept getting the worst luck. He kept getting stuck everywhere he's not supposed to, so whenever I walked by him, he would be able to catch me because he got unstuck right next to me. And I just kept dying over and over and over again. And I was barely talking anymore. I was so angry. And yeah, I just couldn't figure it out because I played through this a lot of times, and for whatever reason, this is the one time it took so long to beat, because I'd gotten bad luck, but usually it doesn't take that long till you beat it. But this time I don't know what it was. It was driving me mad. I'm getting PTSD just thinking about it. I had to turn the volume down a lot because if you speed it up, the humming gets really loud and high pitched. So I turned it down a lot. But yeah, I'm just having the worst time. You can tell this footage, like this video would be like an hour and 20 minutes if I hadn't sped up this footage and a few other parts, but mostly this footage. This cut down the video's length significantly. And yeah, we're still on the losing runs even at 650% speed, or 6.5 times speed. It is ridiculous the bad luck I was getting. It was tragic. I was turning into a supervillain. I was getting ready to write down that manifesto, go over to TinyBuild. I'm just kidding, I would never do a thing like that. For legal reasons, I have to disclose that as a joke. I have no ill will to TinyBuild in that fashion. I even tried to stand up here to see if I can bug out the AI, but they would just stare at me. They wouldn't know what to do. So I had to just give up. I kept checking how long I've been playing the game on Steam. But okay, it's not sped up anymore, so it's the winning run. But you're still very much gonna be seeing the inside of lockers for a long time. Spilt water everywhere. Does anyone else like it when you like you feel water running down your chin and neck and stuff? I kind of like how that feels. Like I prefer it in my mouth, obviously. Oh, that's what she said. But like I just genuinely like that feeling, even if it gets my shirt wet. I think fear school, I think that's what it's called. It always has to be my least favorite part of any Hello Neighbor game that it's in, even in a full release where it's a lot more playable. Because it's just, even if you play it right, it's just not fun. You're mostly just spending your time in lockers. And it feels like a lot of the time, especially in Beta 3, Alpha 4, and Beta 1 and 2, it's not your fault when you get caught, because a lot of the time it isn't. Even when you get caught in a full release, it still feels kind of like bullshit, you know? It's just not... I don't think it's a fun minigame. And unfortunately for the full release, unlike these versions, which I beat them anyway like this because I'm insane, but not like insanely good. No, I just mean like I deserve to be in a mental institution. Nobody should be allowed to play this much Hello Neighbor. But what upsets me so much is just playing through these every time. It's my least favorite part of any Hello Neighbor game. It's the one part I hate to play the most. I don't mind Fear Darkness that much. I don't mind Fear Supermarket even with all the bugs. I really don't. But this one, I've just grown to hate it every single time I have to come across it, no matter what version it is. And I'm so glad that in Beta 1 and Beta 2, I did not have to beat it. I did in Beta 1 because I got really lucky on my first try, but... yeah, I try to do some trick here. But Mr. Mannequin over there, he gets stuck. But I might have helped him get unstuck by slightly moving his pathfinding. So I decided to just hide again. I couldn't tell if he was close. I could obviously hear him, but I don't know how close he was, you know? But yeah, even in the winning run, I am having to take my sweet-ass time. It is a... It is a tragedy, what happened. This is like Shakespearean tragedy. What happened to me in here? I'm a different person since beating this. And I beat it so many times before. But this specific run... It changed me. I feel like the Joker from The Dark Knight. You know, I'm about to cut my mouth and start asking people how I got the scars. It's because of this, because of TinyBuild. All right, TinyBuild didn't just ruin Hello Neighbor's premise; they ruined my life. All right, and my life was extremely valuable, like how I did something of value once. I'm sure. I don't know. I'm just hanging out in this locker, all right? We're just hanging out here, all right? We're just having a good time. We're feeling what it actually feels like to be locked in a locker where you can't actually get out, so you're just going to be in there for a long while, all right? This is prime middle school bullying. Soon there's going to be wedgies, soon there's going to be swirlies, and soon they're going to start asking for our lunch money, and they're going to call us Four Eyes. I don't have any money, so you're going to have to give them your money when they ask. I got extremely lucky there. That guy was just about to grab me. And then the other guy was also just about to grab me. I was probably really close to quitting, honestly. But this run worked out. I think he got stuck back there, so... there's still some mannequins that could catch me. I think one was really close to catching me there. And there we go. I was still afraid. And honestly, I shouldn't have been. A mannequin definitely would have caught me if I kept going. I was too scared. I wanted to hear Whiteface showing up. Maybe I should come up with a different name for him other than Whiteface, but it is what it is. Anyway, creepy predator mannequin here. Unfortunately, he does not have any Bendy mask. Or it would have been really funny if he was Boris. That would have been really funny, but they probably didn't have the time for that. Thank God we're out of there. I only have 15 more minutes to record. But yeah, that changed me as a person, okay? I don't know what door he's breaking down, but it does not matter. We're going on a trip on our favorite rocket ship. No, we are going to Fear Darkness. We are going to get the super jump. We are going to the basement, and we are going to beat Hello Bendy, aka Hello Neighbor Beta 3 Beta Mode. That was the sickest dodge you've ever seen. That was skill. But also, The most important thing. I'm going to be done with these betas. I am so pumped to finally be done with this so I can go and record up. I don't know how he saw me, but I'm so pumped to, like, be able to start recording other things instead of having to record over a game I already recorded myself in, but I just forgot to record the audio. I want to play more games, alright? I want to focus on all my other projects, but I've really been consumed with, like, trying to finish these videos just so I can get them out of the way. So I can work on other ones at ease without having to worry about these. So I am on the edge of my seat, ready to beat these betas. And this will be the last thing. So we're at the end game right now. We're going to Fear Darkness. I don't know what door was making that squeaky noise. I really don't. Alright, the audio's a little behind. I don't know if I'll fix that in editing or not, but we shall see. I might not mind it that much, since it's just... Oh, I just realized I forgot to put the... I keep forgetting. I forget to put the Bendy filter in this minigame. And I would definitely would have preferred it if Fear School didn't have that light filter. It would have been a lot easier to see Mr. Whiteface. But this is the one that they forgot to do it. Cool, cool, cool. No, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, now the audio behind is going to distract me, but I'll probably fix it for you. But, man. Thankfully, I do not have nearly the same trouble I do in Fear Darkness as I do... Well, Fear Darkness as I did with the previous playthrough of Beta 3. I think I make one mistake, but other than that, I'm fine, which is what I needed after surviving that hell run of Fear School. So now I remember it's called Fear Darkness now, but like, yeah, look at that. I slightly fucked up the jump, and the phone for whatever reason wasn't cooperating. But it wasn't too bad. I could just get back over here. For whatever reason, it's Fear of Darkness, so I guess it's you overcoming your fear of darkness, but what does that have to do with a super jump? Because in this, you jump to the light. But I really don't get what that... Fighting off your enemies and being able to hide, I guess I get it, but like... What does a super double jump have to do with the trauma of childhood? I don't get it. Oh, whatever. Darts aren't cooperating, but there we go. And make the jump. Congratulations to me. Watch out, here comes Jimmy Lawrence. You can't see me right now, but I'm like laser focused on like the time. I'm like, oh, just 10 more or 12 more minutes of just recording this. Because like I am enjoying talking to you, but like I really want to be done with these betas because I've spent way more time than I needed to on them. Anyway, I'm trying to turn off the cameras while also getting away from the neighbor for whatever reason. It doesn't matter that much. I'm right next to the door, so I can get caught over and over. It won't matter, but... Yeah, I guess I thought it was really important to turn off those cameras. Don't know why. I would have saved time if I didn't, but yeah, you know. I think my mind was fried after that, that, Fear School. I'm trying to remember the minigames. I couldn't remember them last video, so I'm trying to make up for that. Take another sip of water. Just watch me walk around. think I get caught before I can... I'm able to unboard it, but I need the key card. Yeet. Yeah, the music really bugs out there. It's really funny. And I'm actually mad at myself for saying yeet. Alright, I messed my words up, and that was why I defaulted to. And I'm really mad at myself that I said that meme that has, like, been dead for, like, 15 years or something. Maybe not that long, but... I have been saying skibbity toilet, so maybe I'm just not funny. I don't know. But again, the audio is behind, so I might react to audio before it actually happens in the video. That is assuming I fix it. Oh my gosh, that... You probably just heard it now, but that music is so... It's just bugging out so much. How do you even mess it up that bad? I don't get it. But yeah, I got caught. It doesn't matter too much, because unlike falling or getting caught by the shadow energy, it does not reset everything. It just puts you back at the beginning, so you don't have to worry too much about it. He doesn't even see me here. I don't even have to listen to more buggy audio. Well, I mean, I do, because it's behind, but I'll fix that in post, hopefully. But yeah, the basement goes pretty well. You can actually see a bit better because of the filter, honestly. The shadows aren't as strong. I accidentally grabbed that hat. Oh, I forgot to throw it, lol. Yeah, I just hold on to his hat even though I don't need it. Isn't that funny? I didn't even notice I had that hat till right now. Yeah, you can actually see really well in the basement. It's weird because you can not see as well when it's nighttime. So, get lucky here and I hide at the right time. Would have been cool again if that was like Bendy. But I get it, they didn't have much time to make this. So whatever. Oh, blinding. I think I noticed an interesting animation glitch here. Look at this, the eyes animation. Sometimes there's like an eye on top of the eye. It's really weird and really creepy. Excuse me, I burped almost at the same time as the previous recording. Yeah, I mess up a lot on this, so I speed it up a lot to save time. Just because I forgot I had a double jump for whatever reason. I kept messing up a super easy jump to get to the toaster. And I kept dying, trying to get on that wooden platform. But it's... I guess I was just so frustrated and just... My brain was foggy. And I kept missing at light switch, which I almost always hit at the second try at most. And I was scared, oh, I'm gonna lose all the boxes, even though you can just always go find them. Yeah, it keeps, like, weirdly doing that bug where it, like... Yeah, just flinging off. It's weird. But, there we go, I got it. And, here's the part where I keep messing up. Nope, miss, and we're speeding it up because this is going to take a while. Strap in. I was probably on the verge of tears, honestly. It was a rough day playing this. I thought it would go a lot faster than my Beta 3 video, but alas, it did not. I just forgot I could double jump. I don't know why. We're going. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll be able to fix the audio behind or not, but we'll see because of the sped up videos, but we'll see. Also, I died here, so get ready for more sped up footage so I don't waste your time too much. This time it says sped up a bit more. I don't know what I was doing there. I don't know. My brain wasn't there anymore. My commentary probably was complete nonsense. I can't remember it at this point. I don't know what I'm doing. Genuinely, I do not know what I'm doing. This is like genuinely a good analyzation of like somebody going insane in real time. That's why it's a tragedy you couldn't hear my recording, because you would just actually hear I was a different person by the end of this. Anyway, I do this the correct way and just wait before it shows back up to flip the switch again. It takes a moment though. Any minute. There it is. Press that little button there. Or switch, whatever. Nintendo shit. Fuck. And going up here, and we have to fill in the time somehow. So, do you prefer Alice Angel ass or Alice Angel tits? And the correct answer is, of course, Boris ass and balls and genitals and anus and other inappropriate things to say, because that's so funny. But like, I mean, what am I supposed to say? I'm grabbing the umbrella, and this is the part where I realize, hey, I forgot to blow up that house so I can actually, whatchamacallit, get inside and grab that candle. So I'm gonna have to go down and piss my pants and cry my pants, cum my pants, and shit my pants. My commentaries, I'm running out of things to say. It's just the same thing as Beta 3. But it's hard to look at after a while. And you probably weren't supposed to beat the whole game like this. And they didn't even give the giant neighbor, a Bendy mask, which is truly sad. So it's really weird, because we spent this whole game being chased by Sammy Lawrence. Now we're dealing with this weirdo named Mr. Theodore Peterson or something. I don't know. I don't know when Bendy shows up. Honestly, a pretty overrated game. I do not think I'll be playing the Dark Revival. Now we going up. We going up. This game got a weird tan. Stayed out in the sun too long. What do you want from me? I don't got any commentary left. I just gotta grab that candle, finish things up. Almost done. Less than... Actually, I think exactly 3 minutes left for me. I may end the recording early if I give my thoughts out before the video ends. We'll see. Not that it matters too much.
Ow, ow, that really hurts. I'm Bendy from Bendy and Ink Machine. I'm not someone else. I don't know why you keep saying that. Who is Theodore Peterson? I ain't never heard of no Theodore Peterson. I'm Bendy, the lovable 1930s cartoon character. Fuck.
That really hurt my voice doing that. Oh man, I don't think I'll be able to record for a bit. Just because I've used up my voice so much. But, yeah, I may be a bit busy, so I may not upload as much, but I don't think it'll be another 7-month wait. And again, I only have like 16 subscribers, so it's not like people are on the edge of my of their seat like, oh shit, when's Shelly the Orca uploading again? Oh, I need more Hello Neighbor. Oh shit, I'm just waiting to cum my pants to Hello Neighbor. Just look up Hello Neighbor porn. I mean, hey, the neighbor's already on his knees, so you can cum, alright? You can cum all over his face. What am I talking about anymore? What am I talking about anymore? Maybe I shouldn't be allowed to make hour-long videos, because I just end up rambling like this. Alright? And honestly, do I like doing over commentaries of gameplay videos? I mean, it can be fun sometimes, but I definitely prefer just recording myself while doing the gameplay. So, hopefully I fix that next time. But, yeah, I believe the next Hello Neighbor game I'll play is Hello Guest. So, yeah, there you go. I'll also start up the Freddy series, which would be like 1, 2, 3, 4 Sister Location, Pizzeria Simulator, Ultimate Custom Night, VR, Security Breach VR 2, and Secret of the Mimic. Also, there's Freddy's World before 4 and Sister Location I forgot about. And maybe and Freddy's in Space to where you go somewhere. But hey, I beat the game. Game has been beat. That is Hello Bendy, aka Hello Neighbor Beta 3 Bendy Mode, which is actually still available on Steam, which is cute. What are my thoughts? It's cute. Obviously, it's rushed and made in an hour, or like an hour, maybe an hour, but like in a day, just to celebrate Halloween. That they made this little deal with TheMeatly, because again, theirs was pretty simple too, just the neighbor, but Sammy Lawrence, but he's the neighbor. So it's really cute. But that's all I really have to say. Bye and happy not Halloween.